This is your ABC 10 News Streamline, everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. It is now day 34 of the government shutdown. Air traffic controllers, TSA workers are still going without paychecks, and millions of Americans have lost their SNAP benefits. Airport workers are calling out sick. That's triggered delays and cancellations across the country. We saw some of that in San Diego last night. Republicans and Democrats are still at odds over extending tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. Some people are preparing for a big jump in their premiums if those tax credits end.
This is more than quadrupled in cost for me. So it's just straight out. There's no way I would be able to afford this next year.
Now, President Trump made an appearance on 60 Minutes Sunday, putting pressure on Democrats. He's also pushing, though, for Republicans to change Senate rules and require a simple majority vote instead of needing 60 to reopen the government. Election day is tomorrow. People in San Diego are going to vote on Prop 50. That would allow California to temporarily redraw congressional district lines. The move could flip 5 seats in Democrats' favor across the state. Governor Newsom says this would nullify redistricting efforts in Texas. If it passes, those new maps will be used through the 2030 election. And nationally, the mayoral race in New York City has grabbed some attention. Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani and former Governor Andrew Cuomo face off. New Jersey and Virginia will both choose new governors, and those races could be a litmus test to see how the public feels about President Trump, now 9 months into his second term. In a couple of days, the Supreme Court's going to hear oral arguments on the president's tariff policy. That case will consider if the president has the legal authority to impose tariffs through the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. That law gives him the ability to set tariffs in a national emergency. The president cited the law as he put tariffs as high as 50% on countries like India and Brazil, 145% on China earlier this year. The president has said that if the high court rules against him, the U.S. government's going to have to reimburse companies for the billions of dollars they already paid. And as the shutdown drags on and tariffs affect the economy, the president's disapproval ratings are climbing. A new Washington Post ABC News Ipsos poll shows the president's disapproval rating jumped to 59%. That's the highest it's been since the week after the January 6th attack on the Capitol in 2021. The poll surveyed 1,700 people. It also found 68% of them say the Democratic Party is out of touch with their lives. 61% said the same about the Republican Party. And 64% said the president is going too far in, quote, trying to expand the power of the presidency.
Open enrollment for medical insurance is right around the corner.
Health insurance premiums are going up for a variety of factors.
It's happening really across the board.
But paying for it is going to be more expensive.
Employer plans premiums are increasing, as well as in the healthcare.gov and the non-group marketplaces.
One of the biggest factors is rising hospital prices in California.
ABC 10 News spoke to 2 health policy experts from UCLA and USC on the rise in premiums with the upcoming open enrollment. Outside of hospital care, both experts mentioned the new weight loss drugs that are impacting the cost to get care. For those who are covered under the Affordable Care Act, there's another direct impact to premiums: the fallout of ACA subsidies with the Big Beautiful Bill passed by President Donald Trump. Democrats in Congress are trying to extend those subsidies, which is a part of the reason for the government shutdown.
If that law stays in place, then those folks are facing huge increases in their premiums, not just incremental, but actually huge increases because of the loss of those subsidies.
KFF, a nonprofit health policy research, polling, and news organization, is reporting ACA insurers are raising premiums by roughly 26%.
My assumption would be that when people are opening that website and checking what the premiums are, that there might be a little bit of sticker shock, reflecting the fact that they're no longer getting these heightened subsidies.
With these rising costs, how do you make sure you aren't breaking the bank when you need help fixing a broken bone, a common cold, or something much worse?
So most people, basically, they put open enrollment on autopilot.
USC Professor Glenn Melnick says, don't do that. Spend some time researching a healthcare plan that's curated to you and your family's needs.
But basically, they should figure out what is the total cost to our family next year under these 3 options. And that includes out-of-pocket costs, cost sharing for the premium, out-of-network So kind of projected utilization.
For those using ACA,
So they should do the same thing, which is go through the options that are available to them in their zip code and figure out how much did they use last year, them and their family, and are there other options that are going to be less expensive?
Ryan Hill, ABC 10 News.
Authorities are investigating an explosion that took place at Harvard early Saturday morning. The Boston Fire Department says the explosion happened on the 4th floor of the medical school and was intentionally set. Authorities are now searching for 2 suspects. The FBI is also working on the case. No additional explosive devices were found. There's no word on a possible motive. A California hunter who was missing for nearly 3 weeks in the wild was found alive this weekend. 65-year-old Ron Daly disappeared on October 13th during what was supposed to be a day-long hunting trip. Daly's family contacted the Fresno County Sheriff, starting a search and rescue operation. According to family members, Daly only had enough food to last him 2 weeks, and he didn't have diabetes medication. They say his truck broke down. He also lost his phone. Saturday, a group of hunters found Daly, who told them he hadn't eaten in almost a week.
I raised my head up. There was a car with headlights on it. And I go, oh God, thank you, Lord.
What an ordeal. Daly's wife and daughter say they're going to focus on his health, and they add, no more hunting for Ron. San Diego's star right fielder has another trophy to add to his collection. It has nothing to do with his bat. Fernando Tatis won another Gold Glove. Rawlings gives that to the top player at each position. Tatis is now the 5th outfielder in Padres history to win multiple Gold Gloves. His first one came in 2023. Last year, he got a Platinum Glove. That's given by fans to the best overall defensive player in the league. And the Mega Millions jackpot is climbing close to $1 billion. No ticket matched all 6 numbers Friday night, so the jackpot for the next drawing Tuesday is an estimated $800 million. Now that will get you $371 million if you take the cash option. This prize has been growing ever since late June when a Virginia winner hit for $348 million. Get out there, grab those tickets. That's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.